Welcome back, dear yogis and yoginis. Today we are going to practice a class especially for creating more balance. So we are going to do some standing postures and we are going to get a little bit wobbly, but breathing through it and developing a little bit more equilibrium and stability. We will need a block for this practice. So once you have that, then let's come up to a standing position. The whole class will be standing. And come to the front of your mat, and we will begin by closing the eyes and taking a couple of breaths and feeling your feet. So inhale and then let it go through the mouth. Relax your shoulders. One more, inhaling. And out through the mouth. And then again, feel your feet. Feel almost like roots growing into the earth from the soles of your feet. And feel a lightness in your body. Lift up the heart, roll the shoulders back, lengthen the spine. And then gently blink your eyes open and let's begin. So we are going to take the arms up first. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, grab one wrist and pull it to the right. So the right hand pulls the left wrist to the right into a side bend. And then switch sides. Inhale, lengthen up, and then grab the left wrist with the right wrist with the left hand and pull the right arm over to the left, bending your upper body, curving your upper body and creating some space in the right side of your body. Then inhaling back up to the center. Take your arms back and start folding forward into a 90 degrees shape. So when your feet are parallel, the navel is coming closer to the spine. And maybe you feel a bit of stretching here in your hamstrings, in the backs of your legs. But keep the spine really long. Chest is stretching forward. We're gonna take one more breath. Neck is long, look down. And then bend your knees and come back up. Gonna open up your arms and I'm gonna stay looking forward because we're gonna go into a little flow right now. Bring your block to the front, just so you have it handy once we need it. And then open up your arms wide, bend your knees. We're gonna cross the right leg over the left leg with both knees bent. And maybe you'll be able to fold the toes back behind. But if that's not possible, then just bring the tip toes that will look like this. You can just bring it into this position as well. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap it around, losing my balance here a little bit, and then left arm under right arm, and you're gonna wrap them around as well. This is Garudasana, eagle pose, and if you can't bring the hands together, you can just bring the backs of your hands together. So you're crossing your upper arms, and then if you can, you're crossing also your forearms. Take one more breath. And then release. Stay on your left foot, but stretch the right leg back and bring the hands down to the floor. If you need to bend your left knee in order to be able to reach the floor, and do that. And you can also grab your block or a book that you might have. Whatever you have, a box, a stable box, a book, a yoga block. And we can stretch out the left knee here, or we can keep it bent. And the right leg is strong, stretching back. This is a 90-degree pose. One more breath. The breath is the most important thing to keep you balanced. And then bend your knee, your left knee a little bit more. Step the right leg back as far back as you want. But a nice big step. And then come up into a high lunge with your arms reaching up. Maybe you can feel a little burn in your left leg and your left glutes. Turn your hips forward, the right hip especially. Stretch your arms up, take a deep breath in. And then exhaling, bring your hands to the floor. And we are going to step back into downward facing dog. And in down dog, you can pedal out your feet. Experiment, move. Then find a couple of breaths of stillness. So your sitting bones moving up, your fingers wide stretched. Heels moving towards the floor, even if they don't touch the floor, that doesn't matter. But you're stretching down with the heels, you're stretching up with the buttocks, and you're spreading your fingers and pressing them firmly down into the floor. One more breath. And then exhale, bring the knees down, and we are going to move down with the belly and chest as well. And let's come up into a variation of cobra pose. The elbows are closed. We're gonna lift up and we're gonna bend both knees and lift the heart up. You can throw the head back if that feels comfortable, but mostly it's safer to just look forward. And if the knees bent don't feel comfortable for you, then just leave the knees, the legs down, the feet down, and you can stay down a little bit lower. But if you're enjoying, then stay for a couple more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. And release. Let's go back to downward facing dog. And from here, we are going to step the right leg forward and coming up into warrior pose. So left heel coming down, and we are moving into warrior two. Sorry, I'm facing you with my back. Take a breath, inhale, look forward. And then right knee is going to be bent. You're gonna come forward, grab hold of your block, or if you want, you can just bring the hand to the floor. Left arm is moving up. Keep the right knee bent and then bend the left knee as well. Catch your ankle. This is a little bit, it's the wobbliest and most balancing challenge that we are going to experience in this class. So we are holding the left ankle, knees bent, right knees bent, and now we are going to pulsate our breath. So you're going to take a deep exhale right now, and then inhale, straighten the right knee as much as you can, and push the left hand, the left foot into your left hand to arch your back. And then exhale, bend, close it, inhale and open. Opening your chest to the side. See, I'm losing my balance here as well, but that's okay. We are here to play, to feel good, and to come over our fear of falling. One more. And then slowly release, coming back to your 90-degree pose, stepping the left foot close to the right foot, and fold forward. Relax your head, shake it out a little bit. Knees are slightly bent. And then we are going to come up back to our straight spine, lengthening and strengthening. And then bend your knees. And let's prepare again for Garudasana, eagle pose on the other side. So we're gonna cross the left thigh over the right thigh. Maybe wrap the left foot behind the right calf muscle. And then left arm under right arm, cross. If you can't do any more, you're just gonna bring the backs of your hands together, or you can wrap around the forearms as well. And then back to your breath. You know, it's so difficult sometimes when we are in an imbalanced situation, in a wobbly situation, the breath goes, but even then it's the most important thing to keep breathing. One more. Great, and then release that, bend the right knee, bring the hands down, coming into our 90-degree pose. Folding forward with the spine nice and long. Left leg and right leg are both active. We're going to take one more breath. And then bend the right knee. Take a big step back with the left leg. Push down with the right foot into the ground and push yourself up into the high lunge. And we're going to take the arms up. Arms up. Stretching your chest up, breathing. You can even close your eyes, which is then a little bit more challenging for your balance, but it can be a nice challenge. And then exhaling, bring the hands down and step back into downward facing dog. Maybe pedal out the feet. Stretch up the sitting bones, keep breathing long, deep breaths. And then come forward, bend the knees, bring them down, bring the chest and the belly down. Coming up into our cobra variation. About 3 breaths. And feel free to keep the feet down if that feels uncomfortable for you. And releasing. Let's go back into down dog. And then we're gonna step the left foot forward in between your hands. Drop the right heel. And up we go into warrior 2. One more breath. And then closing the feet a little bit. Bring the weight to the left foot. Bring the hand to your block. And then keeping the left knee bent for balance. We're going to grab the right foot. And if you bring the left hand a little bit more to the left, that's going to help you balance as well. So let's breathe out. And breathe in, open to the side. So the hip and the chest are stretching to the side. Exhaling, bend. Inhaling and open. So there's this play with balance. Creating a little bit of challenge here. And then last one to bend. And then turning the hands back down and the hip back down. Back to the 90-degree angle pose. With the spine stretching long to the best of your ability. Take a long deep breath. And then bring the right foot next to the left foot. Lengthen out your spine, pressing the hands into the shins. And then bring the hands back. And then finally bending your knees, coming up. Inhale and exhale. And what would be a balancing class without tree pose? So bring the weight to your right foot, and we're gonna take the left foot and either place the heel to the ankle, or the foot below the knee, or the foot above the knee. Press the leg and the knee to, the leg and the foot together. Lift up, and like in the beginning, bring back that feeling of roots growing down the right foot, and the feeling of lightness and growth and opening in the upper body. And you can either bring your hands to your chest. I recommend doing that if you feel already tired in your arms and shoulders. And if you want a little bit more spaciousness, then you can inhale and reach your arms up overhead. Focusing on your drishti, your focal point, where you're gonna focus your eyes on. So I'm focusing on you right now, but it's recommended that you look somewhere like 2 meters in front of you. And then release. Stepping the foot gracefully back down, hopefully. And don't worry, if you got a little bit wobbly and you fell, that's completely fine. You're gonna get better with practice at balancing and then feeling safe in a wobbly or in an uncertain situation. And this is all that we learn from our yoga practice, to take that sense of being okay with being in a little bit of a shaky position in life, and to create stability as much as we can with our breath, with our awareness, with our imagination, like here us growing the root down from the foot, from the left foot into the earth. And then from that space, just opening up to whatever life has to offer. And then bringing the hands down, bringing the right foot down. And you can finish this class by closing your eyes. Once more, just taking 3 soft breaths. To your heart. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. Namaste.